Elsa was in the car.
Alright.
Ready?
How to go?
I hope so.
Oh no, you don't. Well, yeah. No, actually, don't hit record.
How are you, John?
No, because we have it here.
Huh?
We have it. It's streaming. So
It's streaming, is it?
we don't actually.
It's on standby. Is it okay?
That's fine. Actually,
Okay.
no, just sit here, John. Please. Be a second now. Yeah, start.
Okay, we're ready to go for the mid-junior A hurling semi-finals. JK Brackens against Holy Cross Ballycar. They met 3 weeks ago and there was nothing in it. 2 pints, a pint in it. 16 pints to 115 to Holy Cross. Anyway, both teams thrown out to a semi-final. That's the draw. John Lillis throws it in and we're ready to go. Frank Hannafin in the middle of the field fighting for there, along with Toss Comfort. But it's Brackens with the first possession over on the far side. Played to this side towards Old Fitzpatrick. Out comes Pierce Stake and Pierce reads it well, gets in front. But Old Fitzpatrick comes on, a very pacey player this fella. Turns a look at the goal. He has a clear shot at the goal here. Has he first scored the game? Strikes the pole and goes wide. So, fast start for the Brackens, but no score, and John Frank will have a puck out. Here we go. When he gets the length in the first one, goes big, straight down towards Shawnee Nally maybe. Raddick got back in him today, and Larkin Roach come back to full back on Donny Duggan. Big change since the last day. Anyway, it breaks straight to the Brackens, to James Cochran. He plays it in for a second time. Brackens are inside it. Pierce Taken kills that one, gets it up and should bring it out and should toss it out to Stephen Ryan. Stephen replacing Kieran Dwyer on the team. Kieran sleep on Cuss since the great tackle he made in the group game against these lads. Stephen Ryan up the far side, tries to play it square. Does, plays it to Pierce, who delivers up the field. It break past Stephen Quinlan, break onto the inside line. Jack Dewan in that corner coming to Lee McCullough, but Brackens on possession again. Raddick in the middle there, Matthew Stakeland with him, but Brackens pick it up and Brackens about to deliver a third ball into their inside forward line. This time Patrick Stakeland trying to cover. Pierce has it red again. Pierce Stakeland gets inside him, but he'll cover back onto it and probably play Mike Hartley. It comes off him, stood up. He plays it back to Mike Hartley. Mike does well. They pick it low down, nice and composed, gets it out to this side, and it'll be contested here out near the side of it. Owen Fitzpatrick, but Mike Hartley did well twice to deliver it up the wing towards Shawnee Nally. Shawnee Nally with Raddick for Brackens, and Shawnee Nally onto it again with possession. Tries to toss it inside. Throws an on-run of Matty Stake and one touch. No, Brackens get across him, take it off him. Matty in again, digging for it, and again. A battle for possession there. Matty still lost strong bodies around that area. Matty manages to toss it, but hand passes compromised. Stephen Quinlan can't get onto it. The Brackens are bringing it out. Fierce competitive start to this game. Frank Hannafin does well to win a bit of possession, and he tries to throw a pass. That's cut out. And the play goes on. John Lillis, the referee, says play away. There's been no free so far. Pat Dwyer in possession here in the left half back position. Pat with a chance of a score here. All the way back. Is it holding in? Isn't holding in. The umpire says it is, and a fantastic score from Pat Dwyer. Remember the goal he got in the first round of the championship over in Holy Cross against Lockmore. Now he's after getting a point from wing back here against the Brackens. Holy Cross lead. Point to no score. Puck out for Brackens. Goalie, very good for them the last day. Nick Keane is his name. Down top of Pat Dwyer, who's just after getting the last score, and he breaks it down to Toss Comfort, who gathers and puts it into the corner forward position. Right corner forward, but it's the Brackens corner back. Connor Sheedy comes out with it and delivers down the field. Pass taken underneath it again, but Toss Comfort took control, knocked it down. Pat Dwyer, his third contribution in a minute, drives it in top of the square. Here could Dunny catch one. And Dunny did catch it. Dunny lit off a chance of a goal here for Lee McCullough, taken down. We're on advantage anyway, and we're on a free in anyway, so brilliant. Great signs for Holy Cross there. Pat Dwyer broke down the puck out. Toss Comfort delivered it in, and Brackens had Larkin Roach gone back full back today. Young Delaney was full back the last and he broke a hand, so Larkin Roach, who was centre back the last, they gone back on Dunny. Dunny still managed to catch the first ball that dropped on top of him and lay it off to an on-run of Lee McCullough. Lee McCullough dragged down, and Holy Cross have a penalty. So, great start now. After 2 or 3 minutes, stagnant at the start, suddenly a point by Pat Dwyer, and now a goal chance straight after this stoppage for a serious enough looking injury here to this end. Holy Cross team, lads, in goal: John Ferncombe, full back line Eddie Gorman, Pierce Stakeland, Mike Harty, Stephen Ryan replacing Kieran Dwyer, right half back, Pat Stakeland centre back and Pat Dwyer, middle of the field, Frank Hannafin, here, half forward line Stephen Quinlan, Shawnee Nally, Matthew Stakeland, and inside Lee McCullough, Donny Duggan and Jack Dewan. Our subs are as follows: John Dunn up from the junior B's, as it's James Dunny's cousin or his brother, Jamie Lee Dewan, Malik Keegan as follows. In goal, Nick Keane, Pat Maloney, Larkin Roach, Connor Sheedy, Niall Maloney, Raddick and Jack Clout, with the 3-8 forward James Cochran. And we go back now to the penalty at the top end, which Jack Dewan would appear to be lining up to take. So, a chance for Holy Cross to go well in front, worryingly down at this end. It would appear that James Dunn, maybe John Dunn, is going in, and that we have an injury there in the middle of the field. And who's come off? Is it Toss Comfort is coming off? Jack Dewan is lining up the penalty. His father Stephen had a great shot on a penalty years ago, scored a vital penalty in the 85 mid-final in Borlahan against the Saracens. But here's Jack with his penalty now to give us a 4-point lead. The pick is good, the shot is good, but it's over the bar. We got a point over anyway, got the score, but it's 2 points to no score. Holy Cross in front. So, puck out for Nick Keane again, the Brackens goalie. Last day he went long with some, short with others. He's going long with this one, but it looks for down top of pad of wire again. Won the first two that came. Past Declan says leave this, past us behind cover, and past Declan knocks it down. John Dunn onto it, straight into the play after coming on. He was excellent for the junior Bees all year. Now he's on straight away, very fast player, great stamina, good foot. So plays a low ball in front of Jack Dewan just after scoring from the penalty a minute ago. He gets his man turned and gets away from Pat Maloney. Tosses it inside. Is there a goal chance here? No, goalie very quick off the line. Young Keane off the line quick. And cleared out to the cornerback position where Pat Maloney's onto it. Pat Maloney plays it down the line, that will go out over the sideline. Poor enough clearance there. And it'll be a Holy Cross line ball. Very good thinking by Shawnee Nally. Struggled quick to pass, and he was going to go for his second score there, but instead he plays a measured one in towards the goal. Maybe Dunny hadn't got back in now at the corner forward position. He had been chasing the corner back out on that ball. Played out the far side, and Stephen Ryan was right with his man. His man there was Eamon Kennedy. Stephen was right with him, and a line ball for Holy Cross. Ball hit the dewy surface and gathered speed and out over the sideline. So 2 points to nil for Holy Cross, and yep, everything looking okay. The 3 balls into our full back line all handled, and the attacks up the other end looking to be able to find gaps. So line ball for Frank, had a great line ball for Frank. In around the square, can Dunny get upon it? He nearly did. He deflected it towards the goal, but Nick Keane stopped and brought it out and tried to find a white jersey, and did find a white jersey. Out to his wing back out the other side. Here's Jack Prout. He plays it down the line, and Bracken's going long now into over our half back line. Stakelum holding back his man because Piercy's brother came and called and covered and took and turned back in field, and then out after making the room, and then half block, which means Brackens have it back. It's their full forward. That's David Dial, I'd say, or Darren Dial, 12 of them. But anyway, the boys got a hurley across, half blocked his shot, and that went wide. So the second puck out for John Fern come. The first shot hit the post, the second one was outside the post. And the puck out for John Fern come, 2 points in the Holy Cross, and John goes long, and very long, towards Shawnee, playing centre forward, but took up a wing forward position, broke it on for Jack Dewan to come onto it, and did come onto it. Showed a bit of strength to turn his man. Up the side he goes, tries to divide the hook from Patrick Maloney, and goes again, sees Matty Stakelum inside. Now Matty has a better angle. Matty blocked down by the Brackens at the expense of a 65, or his ref saying it's going wide. Don't see any umpire's hands in the air there, so I guess it's going to be a puck out. Yeah, puck out are given, so there was no deflection on it. Puck out for the Brackens, 2 points nil for Holy Cross. And Nick Keane with the puck out. Again, he seems to be trying this side the whole time. Both centre forwards trying to pull the centre backs out of the middle. Padward did very well to get up there. John Dunn came onto it, or John Dunn, and his speed took him across, which meant that the Brackens tackle looked late. And straight away shouts from the bench and a free in, and past Stakelum going to take it himself. So the demeanour of the Holy Cross team good here early on, definitely good. We do have a slight breeze with us away from the road and in the rag here. Pa with a drive, will it hold inside the post just like Pa Dwyer's did. It's going and going and going. The umpire comes to the near side, which is the bad side. He waves it wide, so we stay 2 points to nil up. So here we go. With about 8 minutes gone, 2 points to nil. Holy Cross Ballycal. Up goes Stephen Ryan, strong underneath it. Brought it out in front of him. It came towards Shawnee Nally. Shawnee covered it. Spun out of the tackle and played it back for John Dunn. What an influence been in play 3 times since he come on. And his pace and his footwork around the middle there, definitely doing well after the loss of toss comfort so early. So Nick Keane, all his puck outs so far have been to this side of the field, and this time he goes down slightly the far side. Might be trying to keep away from Stephen Ryan, we'll see. Frank is on it anyway. Frank got up high and knocked it back again. The Bracken's on the break, and now the lead develops, just looking for there on the ground. No great progress on either side. John Lillis keeping an eye but not blowing the whistle, and eventually does blow the whistle for a free for Brackens. Something happened in there was probably unnecessary, and a free in for Brackens that we probably didn't need to give away, because this fella Dara Dial will score from anywhere around 60-70 yards. He's a great striking the ball. So frees from anywhere are no today. So 2 points to nil for Holy Cross, and a cheaply conceded free on a ruck that was going nowhere, and now Dara Dial gets a free shot at the goal. So into a slight little breeze here from our right hand side. He'll definitely get the distance, you can be sure of that. Watch for the lovely stroke he has. There it is, definitely easily got the distance. Had he the accuracy as well he had, and you'd have to say that was a giveaway score, because the attack was going nowhere. 2 points to 1. John Ferncombe with his third puck out. Holy Cross winning 2-1, 9 minutes gone. Stephen comes short looking for it, which means room up the field, up that wing, and John goes up the middle. Stephen Quinlan coming on to it, but the Brackens got the first flick on it down to Owen Fitzpatrick, and Owen Fitzpatrick this has good pace. And he runs at us and runs again, and he's caught twice, and now he's in shooting territory. Has it the legs to make it? John says no. John catches with loads of time. John, you go to Bankside, a great ball, nearly to John Dunn's hand. It broke on past him. Shawnee did well to gather it. He's held down a little bit there, and then the lead develops again. No great progress on either side. Shawnee on his knees, the Bracken's on his back. Shawnee gets up, does well to get it and get up and get away. And surely, no, didn't get a free. They got the ball back off him from behind. But anyway, Bracken seemed to have a lot of players going out the field. And Niall Maloney gone way out the field. He's 15 in the back, so they played into where he used to be. And there's only 2 men inside. Mike Harty is one, and he's been so compact and tidy all year, and he's again here. Plays it up the line to Stephen Ryan. Stephen gathers, turns in on his left and delivers a high one. Have we got strength underneath this, Shawnee? We do. It breaks inside to Dunny. Dunny's first couple of steps bring him out from the goal, but has he got the range from there? He has the turn, he has the shot, and it's gone wide. So, okay, ideally we'll have Dunny in farther, but possession and a shot, can't argue with it. Here we go, 2 points to 1, puck out for Nick Clean for the Brackens. Brackens now gone with a lot of men out around the middle of the field. So there's the corner forward has gone way out the field, number 15 gone way out, and Eddie Gorman has gone with him, which means Mike Harty and Pierce Steck can mind the house back at home. So, hand on the back there under the puck out, and a free in for the Brackens, and if Brackens are to win this, that's the kind of stuff we have to avoid. Easy giveaway shots for Darragh Doyle, because he'll nail 9 out of 10 of them. So a second cheaply conceded free, and the Brackens, for little enough hurling, will level the game here, you'd imagine. So, second free in for Darragh Doyle. This was more central than the last one, and he easily made the last one. So you'll have to back him for this one too. He scored hugely against us in the group game. Scored hugely against us in the minor first round game way back after the COVID lockdown lifted, and scored again here today. 2 points apiece, 2 frees for the Brackens. So a penalty and 1 from play for Holy Cross. Padwire comes shocked for the man who did score that point from play, and he delivers long and very long. Can we get all the way to Dunny off of that? It might fall just short of that position, and the Brackens are to come across and cover. So, Brackens played down this side. Eddie Gorman read it well, and went to it and gathered it and played a beautiful ball up the line. Lovely stuff. Back up, it goes in there, and Jack the one was hit, but there was no free coming. Maybe there is now. No, line boss is Kevin Jordan. Jack the one took a heavy belt there. He was stationary. The Brackens man was moving, and he was able to hit him with a bit of momentum. John Lillis let go, and the line ball down for the Brackens. So, having been 2-0 up after losing the last couple of minutes, and it's 2 apiece, and it's a line ball for the Brackens down. It'll probably fall here behind Padwire. No, it's not as well struck. It's actually struck poorly across the middle, which means John Dunn can come onto it, and he has the pace to go from there. He definitely has the pace. Can he find a shot from there? Good save by the goalie inside and scramble clear. John Dunn definitely his pace got away from the back line very quickly there from a poor line ball. Now Liam McCoy is after using his experience to come in along the end line and win a free for us. So we're on a free here anyway, and it's just after being blown. And 3 points to 2 should be coming up here. So that came off a poor line ball from the Brackens. From their own back line, they went to go cross field with it. John Dunn got onto it, cleared their half back line, got in, got a shot, and from the rebound, Liam McCullough won a free, which will give us a 3 points to 2 lead, you'd imagine. And a yellow card as well for a Bracken's corner back up there. Maybe it was Gunners he back on. So Jack the one with the free, second free for Day. Of course he's taking the frees now with Toss Comfort gone off. He rises and he strikes him 21 over the bar, and Holy Cross go 3-2 up. Free won by Liam McCullough and attacked by John Dunn. Here we go, Nick Keane with his maybe 6th puck out. Here we go. Going Padwire's wing again. Padwire's done fine at these so far, but the centre forward gone out this time for height. Pad gets up full height with him and knocks it backwards, and knocks it well backwards. John Dunn on it again. What an influence he's having since he come on. He plays a little bit forward. Shawnee Nelly, who came to the call well, turned inside his man and tossed it for Matty. Matty inside. Matty tries to play it inside and does play a grand ball inside. It goes for Liam McCullough. He won the last free, and now he scored a point to go with it. Good stuff out of Holy Cross. From the knockdown by Pad Dwyer, John Dunn played a role. So did Shawnee Nelly to Matty Stakem, to Liam McCullough, and his second scored contribution in a minute. 4-2. Here we go. So they go to the far side this time, but we have height under with Stephen Ryan, who knocks it well back. Good stuff. That means it goes all the way back to Shawnee Nelly. The centre back stayed back in the pocket, so Shawnee's able to come to it. And Shawnee's on it again. Brack has managed to take it off and working forward here. They have 1 or 2 spare men outside here if this man needs it. But anyway, John Dunn stands him up and stays goal side of him, means he has to strike it. He plays in here into the corner towards Jack Kennedy. Nice player this fella. Scored a nice pointer to the left there. He's taken on Mikey Harty here, and he's gone inside the 14. Chance for a shot. Unbelievable save from John Ferncombe. Fantastic save. He's with all his experience to stand up to that and bring it out. And Padwire will be able to clear long, and does. Fantastic from John Ferncombe there. But an early threat there from Jack Kennedy. This is a good player, this fella. Thought he was very good at last day. It's on the other end now. And Shawnee, has he brought that one in enough? Yes, he has. Super. And And there's a 4-point swing for you. So instead of it being 1-3, or instead of being 1-2 to 3, it's all of a sudden it's 5-2 to us. There's no hurling can change in 30 seconds. Unbelievable save from John Ferncombe. Point at the other end from Seanie Nally, whose influence on this thing is growing. Centre back for Brackens, he's used to playing there. Radic, he's usually on a wing or midfield, so I think we could make hay there if we get enough ball to Seanie Nally. He is carrying a slight injury. So 5 points to 2, and play again up at the far end. This time with Seanie Nally again. That yellow helmet into play a lot. He plays in towards the goal. Full back missed it, and it fell inside, and the goalie got surprised when the full back missed it. The goalie got taken by surprise. His touch brought it out off him a yard, and Dunny knocked it home. Suddenly it's 1-5 to 2 when it could easily have been 1-2 to 3. Unbelievable change around here in 2 minutes. Holy Cross now a 6-point lead at 1-5 to 2. All came from John Ferncombe's save. Amazing the difference one save can make. You could say a 7-point swing. We've got 1-1 since then, whereas their goal didn't go in. Now 1-5 to 2 points. Out in the middle of the field, Brackens on possession again. Over on the far side there, it's James Cochran has it. James Cochran down the far side. Plays the Brackens are slow or smaller physically than us in place. They're a younger team, a lot younger team than us. Now, after missing or losing 1 or 2 players, of course, they got knocked out of Junior B last night. But it's younger players they've gone for here, a couple of minors and that. So, but they have won a free over on the far side. John Lewis is a free into the Brackens, and again, if they score this, it will be their 3rd score from a free. They've got none from play. They damn near had a goal though. So Dara Dial with the free again. If we don't concede frees, you can imagine we won't concede a huge amount of points here from play. Anyway, Dara Dial with the 3rd chance of a score from a free. Strikes it really through again, and strikes it. The umpire's going for the flag. Strikes his third out of 3. That wasn't an easy one out the sideline, but he gives them their 3rd score, and it goes 1-5 to 3 points. John Ferncombe looking at these options and deciding this time to try the other wing. And tries the other wing. Did he find Frank? He did. That's an unbelievable puck. 90 yards to find a man's hand who was 2 yards off his man. Frank does lovely. Lays it off, which means a shot and a chance for Jack to one. Jack likes to look at that himself from where he's standing. The crowd on the far side looking. It's Liam McCullough. Mixed up Jack to one and Liam. It's Liam. They switch corners today from the last day. Jack is in the 15 corner, even though he's 13 in his back. Liam now has 3 scores. Won the free and scored 2 from play. And there's exactly what we can't be doing. Giving them soft frees in at the other end. And there you go, and Brackens will now get their 4th score from 4 frees. So the pattern of the game is simple. We're able to score from play, but we're able to concede so many frees that the Brackens can hang in this game. So the message from our selectors at the first water break, which isn't far away now, will be cut out the stupid frees and we'll be well in control of this game. So Dara Dial with a chance for his 4th to score 1-6 to 3 points. The 2 veterans in the full forward line contributing massively up there, Donny Duggan and Liam McCullough. Jack Dwan and the frees has his 2 got, so our inside forward line going well. Half forward line, Seanie Nally definitely has the beat there, centre forward of his man. So yeah, some good signs. Dara Dial with his 4th shot and his 4th free, and anyone looking at this would the message to be loud and clear. Holy Cross cut out the frees and we win this game. They go for the first water break at Holy Cross. 1-6. Brackens 4 frees, 4 points. The major incident in that half, or that quarter as we'll call it, was definitely John Ferncombe's save, because after that, within a minute and a half, Holy Cross had a goal and a point scored, goal and 2 points scored, and that's the difference between the teams right now at 1-2. Holy Cross 1-6, Brackens 4 points. The middle of the changes in the middle of the Brackens backline from the last game haven't helped them. Lachlan Rush, the centre back, very strong at centre back. The last thing on full back, you can see he's not as used to that position. That's where the goal came from. And on the other hand, Seanie Nally making a lot of hay off Radic in centre forward. Really, how are you? You're watching this one for the final. We do the same. It's an even enough competition. Yeah, it is all the teams. So, the boys getting together again there, Paddy, Jack Caesar, Mark Burke, Johnny Gleeson, Carl Barrett helping with training, Tony Lai helping with warm-ups, Sharon there as well, so all getting together, and I'm sure the message will be loud and clear. Cut out the soft freeze, keep doing what we're doing up the other end. 1-6 is a good score in a quarter of an hour, so that'll be the message. oftentimes this year we've seen in matches after the water breaks, teams can lose momentum or suddenly gain momentum if they sort a problem, or if they took their foot off the gas if they are in front. So it'll be interesting to see what way this water break influences things. So, go back to their places again. 15 minutes gone, Holy Cross 1-6. Brackens 4 points. Holy Cross with several scorers from play. Pat Dwyer, Liam McCullough certainly twice. Donny Duggan. The Brackens with no scorer from play. So, you might say it doesn't matter. It's what's up on the board. But anyway, John Ferncombe with the puck out. It does show you that maybe we have more options for scores. John Ferncombe with the puck out. 4 points for Brackens, 1-6 for Holy Cross. John going long. His last one found Frank's hand. This time he's going farther than Frank. Maybe in the direction of Matty Stakem over that wing. Up goes Matty, and on a hand again as Dunny was underneath it. Dunny had moved out from first puck, but Matty comes across the break. Dunny has possession, which means there's no one in the square now, so there's no point just lobbing into the goalie. We have to put it over the bar. And Liam McCullough has just done that, has he? Let's see. Liam McCullough wide, says the umpire. There's only one umpire at the top end working with John Lillis, but he seemed to have it covered anyway. It was wide. 1-6 to 4 points. John Ferncombe off a puck out to Donny Duggan. Nick Keane with the Brackens puck out down the far side. Eddie Gorman strong and brave underneath it and came through it again when it hit the ground, and then past Stakem backed him up. And between them they shove it up the field a bit, but Brackens got possession of it out in the middle of the field there. It's James Cochran on, or maybe it's Aidan Foley. That was James Cochran. He plays it down the far wing, and the Brackens come in the far wing with Eamon Kenny this time. Eamon Kenny has a bit of speed, gets around his man and tosses it in his side, and it tosses inside to Dara Doyle, and Dara Doyle with the shot, and the umpire saves wide at the near end. The Brackens on the far side seem to be saying that was over, but the umpires were no doubt, and John Ferncombe gets the puck out. Brackens still haven't scored from play. John with the puck out this time towards Shawnee Nally and Matty. Matty with a great catch underneath it, just to keep the Brackens thinking that isn't Shawnee all the time. Pat Dwyer, who struck great ball all day, drives back towards the square. You have the big men inside, Lachlan Roach and Donny Duggan. Lachlan Roach judged that one very well and came to it and took it. And now he's time to look up and clear. We wouldn't want these clearances coming that easy. But anyway, he drove it along the whole way down towards our two-man full back line, and that meant Dara Doyle could come onto it because our half back line got bypassed. Dara Doyle can take it and Dara Doyle can score it. I'd say the umpires will give this one after a stick from the last one, and there's Bracken's first score from play, 1-6 to 5. And the reason that came was because the full back was allowed to bypass our half back line, but there was no challenge on his stroke at the other end, and his stroke went right down to their two-man full forward line. And that's where Dara Doyle got it, and he's a lovely striker after that. So he's got all their 5, 1 from play, 4 from freeze. John goes right up the middle this time. Stephen Quinlan coming on to not get much play so far, and the Brackens come away with it again. Good chase out Stephen Quinlan to get back, along with Aidan Fogarty, but Aidan plays a low ball in, and over his Holy Cross man is Pearson Patrick. Stephen goes in, he'll have a bit of strength on this rock. Brackens coming in on it there. David O'Shea came in on it. Several others came in, but there was nothing on either side, so just Johnny Lillis just throw it in there, get the play going again. So 1-6 to 5, throw in on the far side. Brackens on a bit of play since the play resumed, since the water break. So in goes Stephen Ryan, the two of them pull, it comes out this side, and Pearce did very well to get up so quick out of a ruck. Tried to toss it outside, the pass was a little high for Eddie, and we concede possession of the ball, and a line ball for the Brackens down the far side. So all the play's been down the far side since we resumed down there after the water break, and this is no different. And it's Dara Doyle. He nearly cut one over the bar, and maybe did cut one over the bar in the group game in Holy Cross from the railway side, so he could well cut this over the bar or definitely have the reins for it. We'll see. That means Pearce is on his own in the square, so we need communication if it does drop short. And here comes the line ball, and that will drop to Pearce. There's the communication. John Ferncombe says you take it. Pearce takes it, and Pearce drives it out. Good ball. Stephen Quinlan, like to see him get the ball in hand and stretching his legs slightly too high for him now over the line to the far side. Brackens have meant for a quick one here, because we need to watch that sort of stuff. And anyway, centre back is on it now. Radic is on it. Radic picks it and comes away, beats the tackle, puts it on the hurley, and plays it short down the far side. Down again towards their midfielder over there, Aidan Fogg. He's getting on a good bit of ball now in this quarter. He plays it back, and then they play it into the middle. Eddie attacks it again, attacks it strong. Good and strong with his man then, which means it broke out the field. Another of those rucks. And Jesus, again Holy Cross can see the needless free inside the ruck. A fella on his knees, Owen Fitzpatrick, going nowhere. The ball not even got up, and we gave Dara Doyle a free shot at the goal, and that's a recipe for scores for Brackens. A lot of the frees we're conceding are of the needless variety, and are coming in our half back line, so we just have to sort that out if we're to win this game. Anyway, 1-6 to 5 was 1-6 to 4 at the water break. It could be 1-6 to 6 now in a minute, because Dara Doyle is standing over a free 48 yards out in front of the goal, and with his strike you'd imagine this is chicken feed. There he goes, he drives it halfway down as far as the dressing rooms and over the bar as well. No, umpire says it's wide, and that's a let off for us for sure. Massive let off for us. He's usually nailed those ones down front with the puck out. Can we get on a bit of possession? He's close to the sideline, and on a dewy morning, once the ball bounces here, it happened to the Brackens in the very first minute. Once the ball hits the grass here, any sort of a bit of speed in it, he's out in the seeds of a shot. So, puck outs if we can, have to go to hand rather than to grass. And a line ball for the Brackens, and we really haven't had a meaningful attack since the water break, which was 4 minutes ago. So, Brackens 1-6, Holy Cross Ballycal 1-6, Brackens 5 points. And the line ball for Brackens again off down the far side, all the players down the far side. Daradile comes to it, Pierce did well to stay with him and knock it away from him, and then Eddie brought it in front of him. If he can get down and pick it up, would be on the attack. Brackens come from behind and take it, and then John Dunspeak gets him in, a little pick, a little tap, and he makes forward. We should be on a free out there, a high tackle of Stephen Ryan, but it wasn't given. Anyway, he delivers, and it's played up the other end. Can we get possession of this now? Up in Liam McCullough's corner, he's having a great game so far. He's 2 points scored on a free win. He squares it for Matty. Matty goes back towards the stand, back where the play came from, and tried to play it out, but the Brackens spotted him up. And the Brackens have men in again, and Brackens will win this, and our work rate has gone down since the water break. The Brackens work rate has gone up, and that's why they're in possession again here, and Brackens on it again. Brackens tosses it on Fitzpatrick, Fitzpatrick tosses it outside to centre forward, hurlies up to John Ferncombe, but it wouldn't have mattered because that's gone over the bar, and the Brackens are definitely up in this since the water break. Holy Cross not in possession because they're not going in enough into the rucks to win possession. And Brackens bring it to 1-6, and I think that's the only scorer outside of Daradile to score from play. I'd say at that time it was maybe David O'Shea, another good striker of a ball. So, Brackens on it again. We're not winning breaks, and we're not going in as hard as we did in the first quarter, and that's why Brackens are a lot more possession. Now, Owen Fitzpatrick again going very deep. He tosses it inside, and now they can play it straight into the 1 or 2 men from forward line. Here's Staken coming to it, but Daradile got on it and covered it with his big frame. He's a strong player for sure. Pierce did very well to win it back off him though. Right well to get between him and the ball and win it back off him. And then McCarthy came back and played a sensible ball onto Pa, who just delivered it up the field. Now we need possession off of this. Larkin Roach and Donny Duggan. Larkin Roach breaks it out, and their half back line to me, their 2 wing backs are starting to play too much ball now, getting on all the breaks and starting to play handy ball forward for their half forward like Owen Fitzpatrick. Owen Fitzpatrick there to have a shot. She's drifting towards the near side and well towards the near side and wide. But I would say at half forward now we need to come back into the game. We're gone out of it. We were on top there in the first half, and they're the changes, they're the differences since the water break. This quarter has been 2-0 for the Brackens. But anyway, here we go, another high one in top of Dunny again. Dunny, did he manage to snap that one? Tripped surely as you come to ground with it, but anyway, no free. John Lillis doesn't blow a hell of a lot on either side in fairness, but anyway, Shawnee Nelly won it back and played an overhead pass. We have Stephen Quinlan on it now. Can he stretch his legs? Can he get an over the shoulder shot? He can do both of those things, and he can score, and that's just what our team needed. Stephen Quinlan on ball, stretch his legs, get into the game and knock their half back line back a little bit. So just what the doctor ordered, and we go 1-7-6 with 8 minutes to go to the real half time, as we call it. 1-7-6, Holy Cross with a breeze that has got a little bit stronger in the team with the puck out down the far side. We have men under, we have Eddie under, we have Patrick Statham under, but it's the Brackens on it. Stephen Quinlan in again, digging strong over there, and did very well, and won himself either a free or a line ball. We'll see. John Lillis isn't indicating any free, so I'd imagine it's a line ball over the far side. 1-7-6 and a line ball for the Brackens. All their play seems to be down the far side, which would suggest that's where they have their possession. And where their possession is starting from. Stephen Ryan picked up from the line ball and drove along onto this side to Jack Dewan. Jack knocked away from by Pat Maloney and up the line. Matty changed the play very cleverly towards Donny Duggan, who gathered it brilliantly. Now, can he get away? Yes, he can. Get inside his man. Can he strike? Can! And his second goal. And I said it from the start, that full back does not look at home inside in the square. He's more of a centre back. And now the second goal comes off him. And the Holy Cross, the same player, Donny Duggan, 2-7-6 points. And there's definitely openings down the middle against this 6-3 for the Brackens. But anyway, Radic has it. Radic comes with it. We should be able to get it back. And did get it back because the distribution from there wouldn't be good. And on goes Holy Cross, a chance for another score here now because we have a 2-1. It's Jack Dewan. Did we nail the mistake? We didn't. But we're 2-7-6 up, and after all the Brackens hurling in the first few minutes of this quarter, brought 2 points, suddenly a Donny Duggan goal, and suddenly we're more than holding our own in this quarter now. Eddie Gorman went to that and did well to grab it in front of his man with his left hand, drove it forward off his right hand towards Donny again. Will it hit grass? Will he snap it? No, fullback was tight enough on him this time. And Bracken's driving down the field, in towards Mike Harty. There's enough of Holy Cross men there if he can knock it out. But Eamon Kennedy knew what he was trying to do, and Jack Kennedy and intercepted his knockout and went outside him. This fella has fierce pace. Can the boys get there? Can he cut him off? John stands up the near post, which meant he had to square it instead. So, Daradile on it, Daradile still. Daradile decides to stay outside. What a lovely pair of wrists he has.
Wide ball!
Super wrist. They're calling for wide ball, but it was over the bar. He has a lovely strike of a ball, lovely wrist, and that was off his left hand from a tight angle. The boys stopped the first attack, but it broke out. Daradile scored his, I would say, 6th point. He's second from play, and he has maybe 2 from play and 4 from frees. We go over to puck out towards Shawnee Nally, who catches it brilliantly and tosses it inside. Bracken shouting for a free. In fairness, John Lillis didn't give it, and John Dunn has it, and John Dunn strikes it, could dip into the net. It didn't. It was fair dangerous at the far side and post there. But Holy Cross have it back. It's Stephen Quinlan. It's Stephen Quinlan's 2nd point, and that's what we need. Stephen Quinlan on ball. Stephen Quinlan gets his 2nd point of this quarter, and Holy Cross goes 2 goals. They're 7 points, and Holy Cross go 2 goals and 8. So double scores, 14-7. And we're back motoring at the top end again now. We've one scored in the last few minutes. Frank did fierce well to catch that ball, swivel out of trouble, and then play Shawnee Nally, who decides to play his own mucker inside Donny Duggan. Donny has first run this time and gathers it again. He's on his knees, unfortunately, which means Brackens can get in there, stop him, hold up the play, and crowd out the play and bring out the ball. So Bracken's on it there in the middle of the field with James Corcoran. James Corcoran, he lost to Jack Dewan Dot, and Jack Dewan tried to play it inside. Another ruck in the middle of the field. Our play up there is very, very central, but Lee McCullough is on it. Lee McCullough still. Can he get it? No, it's Jack Dewan. And can he get it? Yes, he can get his free. Did very well to engineer a free there for himself. And both backlines conceded needless frees. And Jack Dewan will take this, having won it himself. He'll take the free, and we'll go to a healthy 2-9 if he can nail this one. Is this another booking for Bracken's corner back? It would be good if it was to keep him on tender hooks. Let's see if anything goes above John Lillis's head. We'll see it here. He's certainly taunted him for a long time. And let's see what he's doing. He's still talking and showing a yellow, which means 2 of them. The Bracken's inside back line are now on yellows, and their full back is already has his hands full with Donny. So, yeah, good signs in there. 8 to 7 points, and Jack the one with a free that he won himself. So, we have the breeze with us, so we would want to beat a few points up, hitting away from the road here in the rack. So in the absence of Toss Comfort, who was injured early on, Jack Dewan takes the free, which he won himself and scores himself, and Holy Cross go to 2-9 to 7 points. Holy Cross Ballycal 2-9, Bracken 7 points. Bracken scored no goal in the drawn game, or in the group game, so none yet here today. But anyway, they did find a really good puck out there, clever puck out, but was left behind, and Stephen Ryan came onto it. Stephen Ryan found Sean Nelly, and Sean Nelly's able to measure this over the bar. Yes, he is. Straight back off of Bracken's puck out. We go to 2-10, and you can put that down to Stephen Ryan. His man got first run on the puck out, didn't gather it. Stephen on it of a flash. Sensible little puck to Shawnee Nelly. Radic had stayed back in the pocket, back at centre back, which means Shawnee could stand and hit the ball over the bar, and Holy Cross goes to 2-10. So as I say, up the middle there, we've huge scored and done, huge influence. Donny Duggan and Shawnee Nelly. Pass taken underneath this one, but the back of the managed to catch it with Daradile. Not Daradile, but David O'Shea, strong minder of a couple of years ago up in Drumban when they beat us. Very strong player, wing forward then. He caught it at centre forward, and Daradile jogs on now to take the free and hope to take them to 8 points. So, Holy Cross's scoring has come in bursts. In the first quarter, they got 1-2 in about 2 or 3 minutes. Now in this quarter, we're after scoring 1-2, 1-3. Then the last 2 or 3 minutes, having not scored for 5 minutes before that. But that's got us up to 2-10. Brackens on 7 points with a chance for 8. So, Daradile again with the free. Holy Cross seem to have a wider threat of scorers. But the Brackens have this guy, Daradile. He measures this one carefully and measures and puts it over the bar and takes the Brackens on to 8 points. So 2-10 for Holy Cross is 16. Brackens on 8, double scores as we head in to the last couple of minutes of the first half. John has a look to see where he can find Holy Cross men and tries to dug outside. And did he find John Dunn? He found Matty Stake and did very well to hold it and get over it again and again. Still digging for it. Will it make the side? And I think it will, and did. Line ball says Kevin Jordan down this side, and it didn't come up. It made the line off Matty's foot. Line ball for the Brackens down this side, and it's about the only bit of play the Brackens have had down this side. So I would say the wing backs down this side are not delivering anything down this corner, and it's coming down by the stand side here towards the road end. So it might be just telling that that's where their stronger players are. They're getting no play down this side of the field at all. Anyway, here we go. They do have a line ball. Stephen Ryan in possession is our extra man, so it's all about communication here and leaving it to the extra man. which there he is now. It's Mike Carty, Stephen Ryan covered now. Mike read it well and just delivered long, and that's half time. Only crossed 2-10, brackets 8 points, and we'd certainly take that. Two goals from Donny Duggan, big influence from Shawnee Nally, great influence from Liam McCullough. So the old hands up there definitely doing well. Jack Dwan hitting his frees well. And in the back line, well, apart from conceding the frees, we haven't been really opened up. The one time we were, John Ferncombe made a brilliant save. So 2-10 to 8 points, and the sign's quite decent here so far. We have played with a nice breeze though. Okay, so we're nearly ready to go for the second half. Two teams come back out in the field. Holy Cross in the better position, 210 to 8 points up, but I say Brackens will have a slight breeze in the second half, which means that any free from anything 70, 80, 90, 100 yards is all within range there for Darragh. So that'll be the big one. Keep his score rate low, and hopefully we can hold out here and get onto a mid-final against McCarthy Burris. But anyway, 2 quarters to go with a water break in the middle. 210 to 8 points. John Lillis with the throw in, and here we go. Second half of the mid-June race, quarter final. He throws in at 12:15, and where we go. Brackens on the first round, and this is exactly what we don't want now. Frees from anywhere around the middle of the field with this breeze are completely scoreable for Darragh. So free right from the throw in. Darragh with his left hand again towards the cornfield end, as we'll call it, and an immediate chance for the Brackens. Immediate chance for the Brackens to draw back the first of our 8 points. He certainly had the distance, but not the direction. He's gone way out the field. I know it's gone to midfield or gone to maybe wing forward. We'll see. Have they anyone left inside? Well, we see. Well, Pierce is inside, and they have a sub gone in there. I'd say full forward, tall boy. But anyway, John Franklin found a really good puck out. Eddie Gorman showed for it very well and delivered it all the way in. But we got caught at the other end, and the Brackens were able to bring it out, but they gave it straight back to us. And John Dunn got on it, got up good and high, and played a ground pass to Matty straight in front of the goal, and Matty knocked it straight over the bar. Lovely stuff. Lovely stuff. And Holy Cross punished the Brackens' error there. John Dunn got on it and hopped the ball off the ground to get it under his tackler onto Matty Stake, and Matty put it straight over the bar, and another of our forwards has scored from play. We go to 2-11 to 8 points. Nick Keane with the puck, and he'll go long and goes down the wing to where they have brought out Darragh, and in behind onto it runs Old Fitzpatrick. This lad has pace if he decides to take off, but the boys have stood him up and he comes backwards and hits a neat shot across the face of the goal, but wide at the other side. Better that he shoots rather than runs at us, because he has serious pace down the left wing. He seems to be gone in centre forward now, maybe on Pat Stakelum. We might put Pat Aware with him, but no, Pat Stakelum is out here on the wing. The Brackens forward line now gone certainly anything but conventional. They've only one left inside at the moment, and John Franklin finds yet another puck out to hand. The last one found Eddie, this one found Stephen. Stephen delivered it downfield. It wasn't cut out, but the midfielder got onto it and crossed and picked it up. Aidan Fogarty drove it up the field, drove a good ball up the field. And over on the far side, all on his own is David O'Shea. David O'Shea had time to turn and look, and the umpire says he brought it inside the post, and the Brackens go 2-11 to 9 points. So Holy Cross need to get their marking sorted out there, because the Brackens have gone completely unconventional. It's like 1-2-2-2 up front there at the moment. It's gone very narrow, and there's no half forward line as such, no full forward line. But Holy Cross need to still stay with their men. Shawnee Nelly did brilliant to get a hand on that, take possession of it, and then put that possession to Stephen Quinlan. Stephen has the pins to get away and finds Matty. Matty did well to reach it, get down over the lane back to Stephen. The young lads working together on the far side. Now can they get away before the bodies arrive, the two young lads? Can Stephen get away before the traffic comes? Yes, he can. And in doing so, he won the free. Good work twice by Stephen Quinlan. It came off a play by Shawnee Nelly, who found Stephen on the run. Stephen found Matty, it broke back to Stephen, and he won the free. And suddenly Jack Dewan has a chance from the far sideline, the toughest one so far. But a chance of a score all the same for Holy Cross at 2-11 to 9 points, 3 minutes into the third quarter of the game. So, Stephen Quinlan got now knock on the ankles there when the bodies came in. But one is a vital free. He has 2 points scored now and a free. Jack Dewan of his right hand rose well, struck well, but he came across the face of the goal, struck the back net and out, and Nick Keane poked very quickly. John Lillis said too quickly. Wait for the whistle, he says. Bison had cut out anyway, and it'll be a second goal to puck out for Nick Keane. At 2-11 to 9 points, we still have our 8-point lead. So, puck out now for Nick Keane, which means our half-back should be able to get back in place with the midfield covering them off. That wasn't the position when he put the first one. Now we should have bodies enough underneath this. Stephen Ryan did well to get over and under it, but to get over underneath where it was, and now we have enough bodies there. Padwire picks it, he'll come in field and turn back outside then to strike his ball down the line. Shawnee underneath it. Shawnee breaks it in field. It passed Stephen Quinlan this time, and Bracken's out to go onto it. It's Raddick up the far side, the centre back. He delivers. Kenny nearly was onto it. A minute it hit ground. Mikey Harty's compact style brings it and clears it down the line. It will make the line. I'd say it'll be a line ball in for the Brackens. No, it's still in play. The Brackens want to keep it in because they've a shot at a goal here, and it is number 9 there, James Corcoran. He just throws up and blasts it to the far side and wide. So with only 2 inside, the puck's in is going to be far more precise than that if they're to make hay. They just blasted the last 2 in from distance and both went wide. Anyway, a puck out for John Ferncombe again. His last 2 found green jerseys. This time he just goes long towards Shawnee. Great variety in the puck out. Shawnee left a bit of room in front of him and then come onto it and managed to break at the grass, but it's the Brackens that are onto it. This fella's got on a good bit of ball now. Number 8 for them, Aidan Fogarty's on this one again. Drills it in. Mike Hartley got first run on it, and when it broke behind, Eddie came across to it, and then Patrick Staken came across to it, and Eddie got on it again and got over it. Staken over it again. Between them they work it out. Well played Eddie Gorman, and he brought it out and tried to spoon it out to Frank, but the referee says the hand pass wasn't right, and a free in for the Brackens at 2-11-9. So I would say out of that 9 points, I'd say the most Brackens have got from free or from play would be, I'd say, 3. Dara Dial has 2 himself, but so the Brackens return isn't big from play. We have a huge return from play. Out for 2-11, I'd say 2-5 of this play. But anyway, that went right out over the crossbar, and it goes 2-11-10, so it does. So 2-11-10, halfway through the third quarter. John Ferncombe, Shawnee Nelly moving at centre forward. The rest of our players need to be moving as well to make room for Shawnee to get onto it one-on-one. And here it is. Shawnee moves and moves and moves. Stephen Quinlan had vacated the wing, which means Shawnee can come there, and Raddick breaks it off his hand and out over the line ball. Out over the line. Kevin Jordan is saying a line ball for Brackens. That came off Shawnee's hand for Brackens. So line ball for Brackens. Conor Sheedy to take it. No, he tosses up the line, and James Cochran will take it again, nearly back where we started a minute ago. So where's the Holy Cross spare man this time? Shawnee Nelly in front of it. Frank has gone back, which means Pass Staken can be where it's dropping, and that's exactly where it will drop. Good stuff. Holy Cross have been in the right place, and Pass Staken does well and delivers it forward. Jack the one underneath it. Ideally Dunny contesting. Jack will come on the break. Is that what has happened? Yes, it is. And Jack is on the break, but Brackens have men there. They'll only knock it back, which means Dunny is there. And Dunny gets hard hit, and if that's the fella that's booked, well then his time is up. No, it's not. It's Raddick. It's the centre back this time. He hit Dunny very hard and very high. Dunny don't go down that easy, and he's a big man. So Raddick gives the free in. Umpire referee going over towards him. He's nice and cool in these situations. John Lillis, of course, he trained the Brackens a couple of years back himself. But anyway, he's talking to Raddick, the centre back, and now a third member of the Brackens backline is going to be booked. So what happened there was interesting. Really good placement by Pass Staken on a Brackens line ball. Then they cut it straight to him. He delivered it long. Dunny got under and broke it for Jack Dewan. Jack Dewan brought it forward. Dunny got onto it again. And then when Dunny tried to turn inside up for a minute, there was a hand pass, a quick hand pass on inside to Matty Staken or Stephen Quinlan. But just as he went to hand pass it, he got a fairly high shot up under the chin. Sharon O'Connor is with him, Paddy McGrath is in with him, the manager. But it'll be a free in for Holy Cross and a chance for Jack Dewan to take us to 2-12. So good stuff out of the forward line there again, but equally at the back line, being organised on an opposing line ball. 2-11-10. Jack Caesar tells his namesake Jack Dewan. He just happened over the bar. That's what hopefully will happen here. Have we got men back for a quick puck out? The referee stopped the goal taking a quick one the last time, but Jack Dewan to keep that 8-point lead for us. Lifts, strikes, and Holy Cross go to 2-12. Holy Cross Ballycal 2-12, and the Brackens 10 points. So the fact that there's not a goal coming at the other end means the lead is staying at a comfortable level for Holy Cross. But we get way easy puck out from the Brackens puck out, or easy possession, I mean, and now they have it all the way in. But underneath it is John Dunn, and underneath it is Pad Wire, and between them they work and Pass Staken gets a flick in it and covers it, having a good quarter this quarter. Did he find a man on the far side? He tried to find Stephen Ryan, but it bypassed him. Mike Hartley read it well. Once he gets in the hand, we're right, but he didn't get in the hand. And Brackens robbed it back. It's Jack Kennedy over there, and Brackens get a free back. So maybe that was a possession. We could have walked down the field, but anyway, none of the passes stuck. Brackens got the ball back, and Brackens have a chance of a score. 2-12-10, and Dara Dial comes out again to have a shot for maybe his 9th point. So Holy Cross would appear to have the more even team, the more even spread of threats across the field, and that's why maybe we're up to 7 or 8 points. Wider spread of scorers. Several of the Brackens players up front haven't managed to put a score, but Dara Dial has managed that loads of times, and this time his free goes across the face of the goal and wide. So our lead stays at 8 points, 2-12-10 points. Plenty McCarthy lads after drifting him here, I see up on the bank to watch, because they beat McCarthy in the other semi-final last night, or they beat Lockmore, beg your pardon. And McCarthy are in the final this against either Brackens or Holy Cross Ballycal. John Ferncombe with the puck out, goes down the near side towards Matty. John Dunn got in front of his man, or Frank got in front of his man with the white helmet, did very well to catch that dropping ball. One of the strengths of this Holy Cross team. Frank, Shawnee Nally, Donny Duggan all able to catch the ball direct from our own puck out, Stephen Ryan. So that has been a strength to us, and especially when John is able to pick him out one-on-one with their man. That time it was Frank. He took a right good possession of it. There's a young midfield now with Frank and John Dunn, and won the free for us, and a really good one it was to win. So pass taken from distance from his own 65. She'll drop in front of the goal. This one's not going the distance, and Donny got a flick on it and just outside. Donny came in at 65. Umpires and linesmen agree. Umpires and ref agree that it's not a 65. Now we might be punished here for not getting out quick enough. So John Lillis goes in to speak to Larkin Roach and Donny Duggan, and he's going for his book now again. 3 of the Bracken's backs have been booked, and now maybe one of the Holy Cross forwards goes, and maybe for not getting out quick enough for delaying the puck out. Anyway, here we go. Just want to be careful. Puck out for the Brackens. Everyone condensed into the central passage above. The goalie drives it kind of up centre. There's an awful lot of bodies now underneath it, so we should be able to bring this out. But Brackens got possession of it. A good shot from Mikey Hartley. Denied the possession, but they won it back up the far side. And over there, the far side, it was Eamon Kennedy. Eamon Kennedy played it up the wing. And Brackens played it inside our backline and got inside our backline. I would say that's Jack Kennedy, maybe his brother. He's a really neat striker of ball, that fella. Very impressed with him the last day as well, and he's damn close to having a goal in the first half there, but he's after scoring a point here. He's gone way out the field, and Mike Hartley's gone with him, but he gets a point from play, and Brackens close the gap to 7, 12 to 11 points. John goes central this time, looking for Donny Duggan for a change, and Donny Duggan gets a hand on it. The fullbacks Hurley came across late on it, right in front of the referee, and yet again Holy Cross won a free direct from their own puck out. That's been a feature of this game. John Fergu's puck outs generally, we get possession off him or we get a free off him, and that time we got a free off it. The fullback said something, and suddenly we've an easy score from our own puck out. So the importance of John Fergu's puck outs can't be understated. 2-12 can't be overstated. So here we go, Jack the one at 2-12 to 11 points, and a free one from Donny Duggan on a John Ferncombe puck out. Here we go, to give us back our 8-point lead. He bends and strikes off his right side and scores, and it's important. Jack is nailing all those really well. See the Limerick County final last night again, Patricksville nailed all their frees, and the same here today, Holy Cross. So there we go, straight from the puck out. Brackens with a possession on the other end that looked like young O'Shea, David O'Shea caught it clean, but he was going away from the goal a long ways out. It was always going to be a 50-50 shot, and Stephen wasn't that far away from it. So a puck out again. John Ferncombe, where's the option this time? All his puck outs have been highly intelligent for us, and really well placed. This time Frank comes short, which means there's a bit of space inside. Shawnee Nally on that wing, and there we go again. Possession, primary possession direct from our own puck out. Really good from Holy Cross again today. Stephen Quinlan comes onto it. Stephen Quinlan plays a highish one towards Stephen, which means it's able to be cut out. Those kind of hurley passes need to be on the button. The Brackens played inside, Pearce inside minding the house, but the sub who's come on has got it. He's a big fella, and he knows they need a goal, and he goes for a goal and hits the side net. He was on an advantage anyway, and it'll be interesting to see what happens here now at 2:13 to 11. The free will be a little out to the side. That was a change the Brackens made at half time, brought on a big full forward there, maybe after Juno Beatty that was beaten last night, and brought David O'Shea off out the field, brought David Dara Dyle off out the field. But Dara Dyle looking towards the sideline to see what he'll be told. They're down 8 points, there's a long ways to go. I'd imagine he'll tap it over the bar, but just boys want to be careful inside just in case he has a good slap of the ball. I say we conceded no goal to them in the group game. If we concede no goal here today, I'd imagine we've a fair chance of winning it. 8 points up, so he's standing well back from it. He's to the side, so imagine he'll go high. No, went low and scored, and there you go. We didn't concede a goal the last day, did this time, and he stuck it just under the black spot, and all of a sudden it's 2:13 to 1:11, and that'll give the Brackens fierce hope. So it will. That came off a poor hurley pass farther out, intercepted, played inside, 21-yard free bag, and now he knows he'll be able to do it again. So the game takes a slightly different complexion, and John goes long towards Shawnee Nally. If he could catch a ball here and win a free in to take the sting out of that goal, didn't catch, but he went after without a hurley, and now Brackens have possession again. It's David O'Shea. David O'Shea plays it in long towards the full forward who won the last one, and he won this one again. He has possession of it. It's going over the sideline. Martin Tracy, linesman, the far side, says it's Holy Cross ball. We'll see now. The play gets dragged towards that corner, and John Lillis indicates the Holy Cross line ball. So 2:13 to 1:11, we have to play ourselves out of this corner. Bracken's looking for the line ball, but Padawire strikes a great ball to get us out of the corner, straight down towards the Bracken's half back line, and we were slow to read it, but Brackens after clearing the last 3 balls easily out their half-back line. That's a trend you wouldn't like to see developing. Anyway, played long inside. Eddie Gorman underneath it, but the Brackens are on it. It's David Doyle, and he turns and he scores. And all of a sudden the Brackens get back 1-1 in a couple of minutes, and now there's only 4 in it. 2-13 to 1-12. And it's off two quick deliveries in from the half-back line. The puck out to John Dunn. Catches on the hop and delivers down the line. Doesn't because it was blocked. Gets it again. Can he get away with his feet? Yes, he can. And win a free. Doesn't get the free. Brackens have the ball back, and we've our lighter men in there. We need our stronger men in there digging for this, because the Brackens have won it back, and Brackens in possession now. A good few minutes for them. Stephen Ryan, but inside is David O'Shea. David O'Shea tosses it outside for Owen Fitzpatrick. Owen turns back and plays a clever ball inside where Radic had gone up the field. It's either Radic or the midfielder, and he has a chance on his own. If he scores, this will be a rouser again, but he doesn't. And we got away there, so we did with an easy one. That would have brought it back to a goal. It's 2-13 to 1-12, and the water break maybe can't come fast enough. And it did come, because we had just lost our way for the last couple of minutes. And is it the water break, or is it a sub coming on? Referee's hand in the air. And Holy Cross, I would say, could do with the water break now, just to steady the thing again. No water break. John with the puck out. And what we need now is one of our experienced players, Liam McCullough, Shawnee Nally on a ball. Catch it and win a free and take the sting out of this couple of minutes. It's Matty Staken with a great catch in front of himself, thrown it up and got blocked after getting blocked down that position now twice or 3 times in a row. John done the last time, and the Brackens get the ball back off us, and right now the Brackens have more urgency than us for the last couple of minutes at 1-12 to 2-13. But Holy Cross still with a 4-point lead, crucially. So, the line ball down the near side here at 2-13 to 1-12, closing in on the last water break. Malachy Gavin warming up, I see, so is Jamie Lee Dewan. And Frank goes crossfield towards Sean Lanning. It was a great connection on the line ball, a brilliant one. Jack Dewan got the first touch in it then, and Shawnee got onto it. A foul here would be brilliant. Shawnee goes inside and went to his knees, but managed to get to Liam McCullough. Liam on it, good experienced heads. We need possession, we need to win a free. And Shawnee gets it again. They're doing the right things. They're holding the ball and holding and holding and holding. Now, Liam McCullough still, but he's going out from the goal. Can we hold possession of the ball? We can. It was John Dunn. John Dunn got blocked down, but Matty was confident. The Brackens have a real go about them now. 3 blockdowns in a row, which is a sign of a team to have upped their game. In towards the full forward, and he snaps it again. Brackens doing all the hurling at the moment. Full forward inside, gets around Pearce on his left side and drills it over the bar. And right now, all the body language is of a Brackens team that's up and running. We need the water break to settle this thing down. We need to hold possession, win a free at this side. At this juncture, there is the water break, and just as well. And now a bit of work for Johnny Gleeson, for Jack Caesar, for Mark Buck and Paddy to do, just to settle the thing down, pick the substitutions wisely, and try and just wrestle control of this thing back again, because we lost it for the last 5, 6, 7 minutes. 3 or 4 Brackens blockdowns, work rate gone through the roof, a goal inside for a tonic, and suddenly this game is back on big time at 2-13 to 1-13. So, 2-13 to 1-13. The Brackens water break is a bit animated over there. It's trying their back. They feel they're back in this game big time. The 21-yard free ignited them, and since then they've knocked on 2 more points and had all the play and stripped us of possession several times. So the Brackens have momentum. There's 15 minutes to go and there's a goal in it. And the way whichever team starts this last quarter is going to be crucial. If the Brackens started strong, well, they certainly have momentum. If we can start it and open up that gap to 4 or 5 again, well then the quarter could run out quick enough. Kieran Dwyer goes in to lend a hand. He's out concussed today and a fierce loss to us. He goes in there to rally the boys. Bonnie McGregor gets him going again. Basically every player's going to have to up their work rate now and wrestle back control of this thing, because it's gone on us just now. We do crucially have a 1-goal lead up, 2-13 to 1-13. So, any substitutions, any changes coming, we'll see now. Stephen Quillen seems to be taking a rest. He took a knock on the leg there maybe during that last quarter. Saw him limping away from one of those rucks when he won a free over on the far side. The boys seem to have gone for Malachy Gavin, maybe we'll see. We'll see if there's a substitution gone in. Jamie Lee Dewan is there. Jamie looks like he's going in at number 18. Let's see. Fresh legs of Jamie Lee Dewan. Scored a great point when he came on the last day. And he's going in now in a straight spot for the other young lad. His good mate, Stephen Quinlan. So, where will play resume from? We'll see now. 15 to go, 2-13 to 1-13, and this is up for grabs now, no doubt about that. Brackens have a slight breeze in their backs. John Ferncombe has the ball, or has he? Let's see. He's going with the first puck out. But we need our old heads underneath this now. Our steady men. Possession and winning a free here would be absolutely vital, just to steady down the whole thing and get that lead more than a goal again. John Ferguson will go to stand side. He spots a green jersey and puts it right in his hand, the young lad. There's it's John Dunn. John played it back and Stephen Ryan was able to go long. Have we got the big men underneath to the Dunny Duggins? We do. Puts a knee in the back and gets possession and lays it to Shawnee. A pint would be fine, but Shawnee looks for more. Shawnee with one of them. They're shouting mad on this side. Shawnee tried to do one of those forward hand passes that we do a lot now in the club, and referees are not buying those anymore, those push hand passes. So the whole move breaks down and the Brackens get a boost when we could have had a pint. And that's something that just is not washing anymore, referees, this push hand pass. And it's a puck or a free up for Radic to take. The Brackens only down a goal. Holy Cross need a point, not a goal, just to steady down the lead again. Frank underneath him was brave and got a push in the back, but no sign of it coming. But anyway, Brackens in position. Aidan Fogarty on that side strikes it in towards the goal. Pearce got first run on the big full forward this time and did very well and brought it and carried it and played it to his brother Patrick, who played it on another bit. John Dunn in possession. Good steady play from Holy Cross to Frank. Frank a chance to look towards the goal and drive long. Route 1 towards Dunny. Can he snap it? He's hurriedly been held. He can snap it, and he's on an advantage. That's exactly what our team needed. That's exactly what our team needed. Great play by the two Stakelums at the other end. And the fullback is already booked, so he may walk here. Let's see. This could be a major turning point in the game. I said a free would be vital. We might get a free and a little bit along with it. If the fullback is already booked, he's gone here. A fantastic catch from Dunny Duggan, because his hurley was being held from behind, and there's a second yellow. Maybe the fullback wasn't booked already. He wasn't booked, fair enough, because the two corners were booked and Dunny had been booked for the lane and puck out. But anyway, good play from Holy Cross. Pass Stakelum to Pearce Stakelum to pass Stakelum to John Dunn to Frank, who delivered long. Dunny caught it, and now this should be a 4-point lead, and just take a bit of wind out of the Bracken sails just for a few minutes and get men back in nice and deep for the puck out. Jack Dewan to bend to lift it to drive the ball down as far as the car park, and now it's 2-14 to 1-13, and that's a vital outscore, I would say. So can we put one with it now, and suddenly the momentum is back with us. Anyway, the puck out, it hits grass again and skids. Didn't make the far side, and it didn't, and we didn't cover it, but Stephen Ryan went back and got it. Stephen Ryan plays it infield to Frank to deliver long again, his second good delivery in a minute, and he delivered it in. Jack Dewan, could he break it away with it? No. Needed to get a call there to break the ball away from it. There was two Brackens men. Anyway, it's up the other end. It's with Owen Fitzpatrick. Pacey player lays it back to him. Stakelum out his wheel, getting the block downs in. And there's the difference in momentum changers. In towards the goalie, but going all the way in wide. But that's what you want to see. Holy Cross getting the tackles, the block downs, the changes in possession in. Because it had gone the other way. Here's Nick Keane with the puck out. 2-14 for Brackens, 1-13 for Holy Cross Ballycar. But Holy Cross's demeanour much better since the water break than it was for the 5 minutes before. Down it goes, down the far side. If it breaks behind, we've loads of men there. It did break behind, we had loads of men there. And it was John Dunn. John Dunn's influence good in the last few minutes, so is Frank's. We need possession of Jack Dewan. Possession, didn't get possession. And the Brackens are walking out with it again from the inside back line. Liam McCullough got a tackle across. There may have been a chop there. Jack Dewan did well and got possession back for us. Don't shoot from there. He did shoot. Where's it going? They seem to think it's going over the bar. It's going over the bar. Don't shoot my foot. He's hardest shot today, and he's gone over the bar. And Holy Cross will have a 5-point lead. It had gone from 8 down to 3, and suddenly it's back to 5 with a great piece of work from Jack Dewan. Credit to him. Can we bring back the puck out again? We should have been in behind here again. This is where we won the last puck out from. A needless free from Stephen Ryan. Don't get involved, boys. One of these teams going to be in the mid-final in a week's time, so we don't need anyone sent off on either side. We can see that a needless free off a puck out. And Brackens will have a free in here again, straight after a great one by Jack Dewan. It'll be a free in for Brackens on the 40 and the 65 at the far side after one puck out. Brackens have scored 113. I would guess that 110 of it has come from frees. So Jack Kennedy to lob it in around the square. Young Doyle didn't come out to take it, and John Ferguson spooned it out to the side and did it well out to the side. Darragh runs out after it, and Torrance plays it back out the field. Will they go for the point this time? Jack Kennedy, he usually has a fairly true stroke, and he scores. It goes 114 to 115. That was interesting. Tried to lob the first one, took the point in the second one. John Ferguson with the puck out, 215 to 114. If we can match them score for the last 10 minutes, we'll win the game. John goes towards Matty's side, down the near side. Matty's able to come on to this. He has the strength to cover it, bypasses both of them, and in the back came the midfielder Aidan Fogarty. He's poked an awful lot of ball too. Drills it straight back up the middle. Big men underneath him, but we break it out. And Eddie Gorman did very well to be strong enough to win that and come out with it. Is there someone there for a passer? Surely he was hit late, did very well. We need to slow the play now. I don't know what Brackens are shouting for there, because the ball was gone away from him and he was hit late and very late. Slow the play. If Jack Dewan is going out, what's the rush? Slow the play. Steady the play now. Great player Eddie Gorman to bring out that ball. John Fern come to take it. Jack the one not taking it now. And John sees Patrick Stakem and he plays it to him. Patrick just drills it in then. Now have we got the big man underneath it, Jamie Lee. Jamie Lee did brilliant. He's very good in the air, so he's for a young lad. He plays it, Jack the one already scored. And John Lillis, in fairness, gave us the chance to play it and then saw that the shot was going to be from an awful angle, so gave us the free. So good stuff, Jamie Lee, the one's mighty catching there. He was brave under that ball. He'll be hoping for the bigger men coming underneath it. It was one of the new men that was underneath, one of the younger lads, Jamie. He never took his eye off it. Snapped it, and then the hurley swung around his neck. A free in and a chance for us to make the lead 5 points. We've a lot of men inside their 65. We need them back the field and back, because Jack the one will put the free over the bar and does. And she goes 2-16 to 1-14, and now we've a chance to get men back where this is going to drop. Because the goalie has gone long for the last few since they went a good bit behind, and he'll go long again here because Darragh is wing forward. There you go. So have we men back far enough and enough of them? He goes long. And we have been back, and there's the difference. Our half-back line is starting to pick up the breaks now again. We weren't in the last quarter. Out goes Liam McCullough, just possession of the ball first of all. And he has that. Comes back outside the tackle, and he'll find a man with it, find his mate Patrick Stakem. The steady heads, and he's able to drive long now. Our half-back line, back delivering ball again now. Jack the one under it, Dunny under it. Dunny gathers it at his own toes, and restricts the tackle to played it to Jamie Lee, the one. That shot, or that was John Dunn maybe. And John Dunn's shot went wide. The referee just going in. 2 big men there, not a hell of a lot in it either way. I don't know what they're shouting for. He's going to his umpires. This will take the sting out of the game again. There wasn't anything either side. Just a lot of shouting happened over the stand there. On the near side, Malachy Gavin is coming. Maybe for Liam McCullough in the near corner. Leave a savage commitment put in there for the last 45-50 minutes. 2 points, a free one, and loads of work. He's carrying the leg as well. So savage effort from the other guys again today. Old and young in this team. Jamie Lee one and the last one. Jack the one and the one before that. Shawnee Nally, Lee McCullough, it's old, it's young. It's past Stakem under the last couple of balls. That's the way you'd have in a junior team. Anyway, Nick Keane with the puck out down the far side. And we again have enough of green jerseys coming onto it and coming onto the break. And there you go. It's a ruck on the far side. Mikey Harty in the ruck. Can we get Shawnee Nally in there? Frank comes from distance, but Owen Fitzpatrick brought it with him, brought out where he wanted and played it back the field to Aidan Fogarty. And one of the Kennedys, he played it square then across the middle. David O'Shea come onto it. David O'Shea fouled maybe by Stephen, and a free in for the Brackens to bring it back to 5 again. So at 5 it's much better than at 3, that's for sure. Or to bring it back to 4, it's at the moment it's 2-16 to 1-14, and David Dyle is coming, which suggests they'll knock this over the bar for Darragh Dyle. 2-16 to 1-14. Vital now that we match all of these scores with something off the puck out, keep the gap at a healthy 4 or 5 rather than a precarious 2 or 1 with the last 8 or 9 minutes coming. So Darragh Dyle again off the left side, rises and strikes and puts it over the bar to make it 2-16 to 1-15. So Brackens, I would say, have 1-12 from play. Or from frees, I should say. John Fernkin with the puck out. A high percentage of his puck outs have gone in Holy Cross's favour, and we really need this one to do the same. What's he do? He's gone straight and went to grass. Stephen Ryan, once he went to grass, you see the dewy grass made it slippy and hard for Stephen to handle, which means Bracken's got the possession back, and Bracken struck, and Bracken struggled wide just as well. As I say, the dewy grass, and it hits the grass, very difficult for anyone to kill and control and bring out. But anyway, John goes again. Matty moving at this side. They have a man back in front of Shawnee Nally. Can John get it past that man? That's the question. He did, and Shawnee's up, and Shawnee got it. There's experience for you. Shawnee and John working together. And once again, John Lillis has persecuted Shawnee Nally today with penalising the hand passes. So I don't know what he saw there, but the Brackens got a soft free out of it, which they're getting on with now. Shawnee may have said something, and it'll be a booking there. John Lillis doesn't like any chat, that's for sure. And it'll be a booking for Shawnee and a free for the Brackens. Will they bring it up the field? And if they do, it will be scoreable now, so it will, and they will bring the lead back to 3 points. So that was unfortunate because the puck out had gone well, and now John Lillis shows a direct straight red card to Shawnee Nally, and I said it 5 minutes ago. Both of these teams are going to be in the mid-final next week. We don't want red cards, and now we have a vital one with Shawnee Nally. Was it a second yellow? If it was, they're telling us here a straight red went up, and that's a huge blow to us. Every player going to have to up his work rate now. Malachy goes out the field to cover. Matty goes into centre forward. And now, 2-16 to 1-15. If this goes over the bar, there'll be 3 points in it, and we're on 14 men. So, another twist in this game. 6 minutes to go maybe. 2:16 to 1:15. And John Lillis sends off Shawnee Nelly. And Dara Dial hits the free and a merciful flake up the field and over the bar. And suddenly there's a goal in it. And it's big time game back on again. John Lillis has gone up to the other end now to speak to somebody else up there. And a puck out for John Fern coming Holy Cross Ballycallan. We need one of the others now to get on a puck out and get possession of it. He spots Eddie and this time goes to hand and finds Eddie. Eddie goes down the wing. Can Padwar keep it in play? He can. Plays it across. Can we get possession of it again? Good. Now can Frank deliver towards Donny Duggan? It is Frank, didn't deliver, went short, and Pass taken did fierce well twice to win back possession for us there and deliver it forward. We haven't been on that side of the field though because we're down a man. And Brackens have it over on the other side with Aidan Fogarty. Aidan can throw it up and blast it as long as he likes up the field. Eddie Gorman read it very well, very well in Kemp. It beat him, but he went back still and got it and covered it, and between him and Pass taken we'd hope they'd bring this out. Pierce taken. Pierce and Eddie there together. John Lillis watching the play. The big full forward has it for the Brackens. And has got inside the first man, Pierce, tried to throw it up and blast it, and great hooking over there by Mike Hartley, maybe by Eddie Gorman, by Pierce, which means that attack comes to naught and the ball goes harmlessly wide. So, the importance of a hook or a block down. John Ferncombe, we're missing Shawnee Nelly now for the target for this, so you're looking for one of the others to make a move and get possession from it. Maybe Matty, maybe John Dunn's speed, maybe Jack Dewan's speed, but we need someone to show for this and get possession for us at this end. 2:16 to 1:16. Can John see an option? Where is that option? John goes towards Jamie Lee Dewan and Jack Dewan. Up the two young lads go. Can one of them turn on to it? Yes, they can, Jamie Lee Dewan. Can he keep possession of the ball? Now he's surrounded by Bracken's bodies, bigger bodies than his own. And Bracken's having one back, but Jamie stays poking and gets it to Jack Dewan. The two Dewans between them. In towards Dunny. Dunny gets a paw on it. Just possession and a free would be vital here. We have the first bit, we have the possession. Have we the score? Who's left side? The crowd will tell you that Donny Duggan has done the business again. And down the middle, you'd have to say, Holy Cross have done very well today at full forward and at centre forward until Shawnee went off. Brackens go quick with the puck out. Our lead is back up to 4. And a great piece of work from Donny Duggan. Young Prout out the near side for the Brackens, goes up the wing. Have we men enough there? Patrick Staten got a hurley on it, so it goes out to be a Brackens ball, and is. A Brackens line ball at 2:17 to 1:16. 6 has gone very loose over the far side. Raddick, we need to pick him up or someone needs to go cut him off because there's way too much space. It's an easy point all if they spot him. But now Matty Staken, fair play to Matty, has him spotted. Paddy McGrath being introduced, more fresh legs, more young lads. Jamie Lee Dewan and Jack Dewan did brilliant on the last ball down the near side for us when we needed an outlet from John Ferncombe. They won it, they've placed it towards Dunny, and when it went to his hand, he did brilliant off his left side to finish it. He has been involved in so many scores today. Line ball taken, but John Lillis calls it back to be taken again, and that suits us because we make our substitution and get everybody set for the replay of the retake of the line ball. Paddy McGrath, Mark Burke up there, Jack Caesar, Johnny Gleeson. Johnny will be fierce interest in county final after dinner. We wish him a lot more well. But a line ball for the Brackens at 2:17 to 1:16. 4 points in it. John Ferncombe getting his men organised. It's a great line ball in, so it is by Jack Kendi. He's a lovely strike on the ball. The Brackens win it inside. They're looking for a free, but the fella got turned and didn't strike that well. And brilliantly done there by Frank Hannafin to catch that and deliver down the field. The ones under it again, Jack and Jamie Lee. But the Brackens win it back this time. It's the corner back there. It's Pat Maloney. Pat Maloney plays it out to Raddick. He's been loose for a long time since Shawnee Nelly went off, but he wouldn't be a striker. He'd be a layer and does lay it to the side. But the pass didn't go to hand, and the boys were able to stand it up and cause a ruck and kill the attack. Now win it is the next bit, and they did. It's Paddy McGrath. He has the legs to bring it out and deliver it forward to two big men inside. It's Malachy. It's Dunny. Full back got in front this time. And Kem, Larkin Roach, and deliver it, just belted up the field towards the big full forward at the other end. There's men there, it's past Dayton coming across, and there is this full forward. He's been good since he come on. What's he going for here? A great block out of Patrick Staken there when it was needed the most. He hooked on the last one, Eddie Gorman did, maybe Patrick, maybe Pierce did. We blocked on that one, so no clear shot at our goal and harmless wide. And they're the things that make the difference. Holy Cross up 2:17 to 1:16. In the last quarter, it was Bracken's got the blocks in. In this quarter, we've got the blocks and hoops in. There's the difference. Jack the one underneath it and a great snap. When Shawnee went off, we needed lads to stand up. Now, we must put this away. Jack does put it away. A brilliant score off the stick from Jack the one. Absolutely brilliant, just when it was needed. He has come good since Shawnee Nelly went off. His frees have been excellent, and now he's got a vital one there from direct from a puck out, and our lead goes up to 5 again. Great play of Holy Cross at both ends in the last minute. Brackens go along in the last puck out. Play to the far end. John Ferncombe, the right man, has it. He'll find a green jersey and does. To pass Dakem, whose influence in the last few minutes is brilliant. And we go into a mid-final. The big one now is will Shawnee Nally be able to play, and if not, well, someone else will stand up. Credit to Holy Cross Ballycare. Lead was down to 3. They got it back to 5 and won by 2-18 to 1-16, and on they go to a mid-final against McCarthy Burris. Well done to everyone involved. Good stuff.